Hey, welcome back, guys. Roman Chester with Mission Forge, and I'm glad to see you again. I know it's been a minute because it's always like that for me because life. But I'm actually really excited to be doing something here today because it's been a while since I've been able to forge because life is caught up and we're in the holiday season, all this other fun jazz. So, anywho, so I'm actually really excited because I finally come up with a project that I think is video worthy, and I think hopefully everybody will enjoy. So, what I plan on doing is making a particular dagger from one of my most favorite fantasy series I've ever read. Okay, and that's from the Wheel of Time. Now, I think it's a good time to probably do something like this because with the Wheel of Time finally airing on Amazon Prime, it's kind of drove up a lot of hype around the series. Now, I've read these series long time ago. And actually, the series is the whole reason I actually started blacksmithing to begin with. Okay, with my favorite character being Perrin in the book series. I'm not going to get involved and talk about and my thoughts about the show in particular. But what I do like is that there is a particular knife, in fact a dagger, that we are going to make from that show, and that is the dagger that the king had, and I think it's pronounced Ghealdan or Ghealdan or something like that, however, because pronunciations. And that's the dagger. Actually, I'm going to put a picture right here somewhere. That's the dagger we're going to try to make. We're going to try to replicate that as best as we can. So I'm actually really excited about it. So finally I can bring one, and I planned on doing it originally once I make a special forge because I wanted to make Perrin's Half Moon Axe, because like I said, the whole reason I started blacksmithing was because of the Wheel of Time series. It really brought that idea into my head, and I started back when I was 15, kind of like when I started reading the book series. So it's been a long time, 20 years, 21 years. So with that, guys, let's go ahead, let's get started. Okay, so the total length of this blade, the blade itself is roughly, from what I can see, about 10 inches, roughly. That's about what I can calculate. And total length is right around probably 14 to 15 inches. So I gotta make sure I draw the blade up to at least 10 inches. And it's a nice, not a curve, it's a point. It's just, think of like a triangle, just very, so hopefully it should be pretty easy. Okay, we're gonna start with the point. So one of the ways that you fix that is we got to stand it this way, and then we hit it from here, or you stand it down and you tap it this way. I'll see if I can fix that real quick. I'm going to need to use another pair of tongs though. And for the most part it gets rid of it. And I can always do this. So what I'm doing is, besides straightening it out, what I'm doing is that I don't know if we caught it before the camera shut off. The original thickness, you know, it's only about a 1/4 inch thick. What happens is as you try to, you know, it's coming from a 2-inch wide. Yeah, 2 inches wide. As I go from 2 inches wide, I'm going to go down to, you know, when you're making it go down to a point, what's happened is that metal, excuse me, that steel's got to get displaced. So it's going to do one of two things. It's either going to go, as you hit, squeeze it, it's either going to go out wider, or it's going to go longer. Well, we want it to go longer, not so much wider. Well, it's going to do both. So what I'm doing is I got it lengthened, you know, not fully 10 inches yet. What I'm trying to do right now is get it back to the original thickness, or as close to as I can, so it's less grinding I have to do. So I don't want it super wide. We don't want to get super wide. So I'm just trying to hammer it back to the original thickness before I continue lengthening it. I should be doing it here. Because then that gives me my proper shoulders. Because now I get the shoulders here. Now, yeah, it's a little uneven. I'm going to have to straighten it out a little, but I can do that. Okay, like a total dumbass. I don't know, maybe I'm on crack today. I just started forging the side that I didn't need to forge on the tank. So now it looks like the whole tank's too far over to the side. And it's not really much I can do to correct that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop forging out the tank, because I just keep messing that up. And I'm just going to grind out what I need. So right now I'm just going to go through, start straightening out the blade, getting rid of any high spots and stuff like that, and then I'll start the thermal cycling and all that fun jazz, and we'll grind down when we need to and blah blah blah. So, alright, this is the last one right here, last thermal cycle. And after that, stick it over, so we crank this up. Okay, thermal cycles are done. Now I'm just going to stick this thing in the forge and close the forge up. Oh, stick the forge, turn the gas off, close the forge up, just let it sit there, and I'll see you guys in a few hours after this thing has cooled down sufficiently. Okay, so I made a bit of a rookie mistake when I initially was forging this out, and I messed up where the tank's supposed to be, so I kind of left it alone. So I'm just going to grind the tang in. As you can see, I marked with here with a soapstone where the middle's going to be and where I want it. So you can see this side here, I need to grind down this side a little bit more here. But this side here, I just need to go down a little bit more, create the shoulders, and then take that away, and then we'll be good to go at that point. the knife ground down to a decent point here. The tang is still slightly off. It's still going to the right a little. I may have to try to grind this down a little bit more to get it more straight. But I got it flat and everything else like that. Now, the next step is, normally some people like to start grinding in the bevels. I don't want to do that because you can see this has gotten fairly thin now. So I don't want to start grinding in the bevels. So when I go to harden it, it warps. So the next step is to go ahead and harden and temper this. Now would be a good time to start hardening it because it can get dark and I can really see the colors. So I may go ahead and harden it tonight. So if that, let me go ahead and get it set up. And okay, while this is heating up, I'm going to go ahead and harden the blade. And as soon as I take it out, I'm going to run off camera whether it's warped or not. I'm putting it in the vise. So if you see me over there, fine. If not, I'm sorry. But I got to do this real fast because I only have so much time to quench to straighten it out. And I'm going to turn the lights off so I can get a good, see good color. It should be right around, like, they say cherry red. So that's what we're going to go for. I don't want to overheat the tip either. So that's going to be kind of a problem with this blade being so long. But it's not so long, but being so long, and it being so much thinner at the tip than towards the tang. And so I gotta, it's going to be a challenge, but I look forward to it. If I can get hardened in or not. Okay, so it's hard. Just slides right off, which is good. So that means the next step now is going to be temper. So I'm going to throw it in the oven at about 375 degrees for about 2 hours, and I should temper this very nicely. And then after that, we'll go through grinding in the bevels and all that stuff. But for now, this is end of video 1 for part 1 of our series that we're doing on this knife. So with that, guys, if you found this video entertaining, helpful, whatever in any way, go ahead, hit that like button. Also, any comments or suggestions, leave them down below. And don't forget to click that subscribe button and hit that bell for more notifications. With that, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.